Alright fellas, here we are back in Pokemon Masters, and today we're going to be looking at Penny and Sylveon and doing a general overview for this character. So, to preface, that's not how you say that word, to preface, this character is very strong, alright? Not like broken strong or anything like that, alright? Not like that, but she is good. So, if on the off chance you're someone who either doesn't play Pokemon Masters or are returning or whatever, right? And you know, Scarlet and Violet has made you hype for new characters and whatever. Penny, good character to get back into the game with, right? So enjoy. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at this character's abilities. So she is a support character, but she's also got the Special Strike EX role, which means they're going to give her some small striker abilities, right? And we'll go into that in a little bit later. Looking at her stats, 635 HP, that's a little on the lower end, but it's not bad. 285 defense, 312 special defense, 295 speed, 200 special attack. Fine stats around the board, I would say. Obviously, with the EX, it'll be better than the EX roll for her offensive stats. It'll still be higher. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, her special attack won't even reach 300, even if you give her the EX roll, EX as well as level 150. But oh well, that's fine. She's going to be dropping on November 10th, leaving on November 30th. You got yourself slightly under, or actually probably about 3 weeks to pull her. So go for it if you want to. She's got the Fairy Glasses and Gadgeteer theme skills because Paldea doesn't have theme skills yet. Not yet, anyway. And now let's go to her moves. Alright, so she's got Disarming Voice, which is a 2-gauge spammable move, but it is AoE, which is good for later. She's got X Special Defense All, and then her trainer move VV Power applies Gauge Acceleration, raises the special attack of all allies by 4, raises the crit of all allies by 2, and applies Gradual Healing to all allied sync pairs. I'm just making sure that is one use. So, not a bad trainer move for sure. Not being able to max crit's a little annoying, but they're going to make up for it, right? She's got Starry Draining Kiss, which is 2-gauge, 120 power, 2 uses, targets 1 enemy, and the activation condition is when the user uses any move once, and the deactivation condition is when the move is used. So you pretty much have to use any other move with Penny, and then this is activated. The move never misses, it returns the target's raise stats to normal, then raises the user's by the same amount, and restores the user's HP by 40%. So it's basically a self-inflicted potion, and it's also essentially kind of like a haze, but only single target, which is still really good. Well, actually, not haze, thief. It's just straight up thief. Thief plus an innate potion, for the most part, right? As well as, I guess, decent damage if you're probably attacking very weak opponents. So that's pretty good, right? That's pretty good. Being able to have that ability to heal HP with Drain Kiss, very, very nice for self-sufficiency, as well as being able to steal enemy stats, very, very good as well. Especially if you give them the, enemy stat up parameter. So she can become very bulky, right? Just by stealing enemy defensive buffs. And the next special defense all for topping off defenses. Not bad stuff, right? Not bad. And her passive skills, this is where she really shines. She's got first hit fairy rebuff down, lowers target fairy rebuff by 1 the first time the user's attack move is successful each battle, which, since Disarming Voice is an AoE move, it will lower the enemy's Disarming Voice, fairy rebuff all enemies, right? So that's very, very good. Unless, of course, you go for, like, her trainer move or X Special Defense All and then use her Draining Kiss, but I don't know why you would want to do that. Just use Disarming Voice, right? So yeah, that's good. Awesome. Mind Games 9. Lower target special defense when its attack move is successful. This is better than just any character having Mind Games 9. This is a support character with Mind Games 9. This is one of the biggest reasons why I liked Lenora so much, despite her having a mediocre kit, was the fact that she was able to debuff defenses, both defenses, AoE. That is a strong ability for a support character to have, because generally you would either have that in your main attacker's kit, or it would be a side character like Lucian, or anyone with, like, maybe the Rosa, the special costume Rosa, right? Those type of characters that can do special defense debuffing. But in this case, Penny can do it as a support, and being able to do it as a support, as well as AoE with Disarming Voice, is very, very strong. So you don't have to worry about filling in a support role, or another role to have special defense debuffs. You can just do it with your support, which is very, very good. And obviously this will help out all special type damage dealers, so amazing. And then she got Team Smart Command 9, increasing special moves next of all allies by 1 when the trainer uses a move. That is 3 free special moves next by using these abilities, and again, you're debuffing special defense any special attacker, not just fairy characters, are going to be benefiting from Penny's just existence on the team, right? Being able to buff the special stats, being able to steal enemy stats, being able to do AoE rebuff, but that is fairy, of course. But then the Mind Games 9 and Team Smart Command, these are abilities tailor-made for special attacking characters, and Penny's going to be able to help out them and not just fairies, right? So that's very, very good. Also, Penny dropping tomorrow with the story event Vivi on Passio. I thought Elaine, for some reason I thought Elaine and Penny had the same story event, but that's probably because they have the same art whenever you get on whenever Penny drops, there'll be new art on the screen. And I guess they change it later on to have Elaine as well. Anyway, so let's go ahead and look at Penny's grid. 1 out of 5, she's got Clear-Headed and Stalwart. 2 out of 5, Brain Power. Flabbergast 4, Group Damage Guard, Dragon Guards rather, sorry. Revenge Boost 4, Revenge Boost 4 again. Okay, so Penny does apply Gauge Acceleration, but of course she doesn't really buff speed, except maybe her own if you steal the speed buffs, right? But 2 nodes of Revenge Boost 4 is going to fix that, right? You're going to be able to have some consistent gauge, especially if you also give her a Revenge Boost as a lucky skill, but I would recommend not. It's kind of just over the top. Group Dragon Guard, that's also pretty nice. I mean, you'd have to face an enemy that uses dragon attacks, right? But obviously there's like Lance in the Champion Stadium, he uses Dragonite and stuff sometimes. You've got the Latios and Latios twins, right? You got those. Couple dragon characters, so you can make abuse of these in those type of stages, so that's not bad. But it's kind of niche depending on what you're fighting, but as is everything. Brain Power for her Sync Nuke. Again, this will go into an ability later. This is not going to be useful for most players. She's got Flabbergast 4, 50% chance of confusing the enemy. This is just not really, just activating multipliers and stuff, right? Or getting rid of gimmicks. Trap doesn't really matter too much. It's not a big thing. But there you go, you got it, right? Overall, I'd say the 2 out of 5 is not really worth it. You're just getting Revenge Boost, some Damage Guard, and a nuking node for a support with not really high special attack, even with EX. Sorry. EX and EX roll, not really that high of offensive stats anyway. But 3 out of 5, this is where she gets some pretty solid abilities, I would say. And special defense all shielded, buffing ally defense as well as buffing the special defense. That's very nice. Satisfied Snicker 9. I can't change these abilities every freaking name. Whatever. Lowers enemy special attack, so you got special attack and special defense debuffs. Definitely very, very nice for activating multipliers and just making it so the enemy does less damage. Very, very good. Team Sharp Entry 1, this will be able to max your crit after using your trainer move, so that's very, very nice there. You don't have to worry about bringing another method of buffing crit. Disarming Voice, Move Gauge Refresh 9 if you do want to have some gauge efficiency. Trainer Move Propulsion 9, this is good. Sync Countdown is obviously very, very nice. If combine that with something like Head Start 1, that can be very, very good. Sync Burst 1, this is also a good ability because it restores your special defense all, your trainer move, as well as your Starry Draining Kiss. This could make it so you don't want to go for your Team Sharp Entry 1 or something like that. I could see it, because you could just max your crit after using Penny's Sync move. And of course, using Penny's Sync move is good because it's a support EX. It'll help you do damage either way. And of course, being able to refresh your normal moves, trainer moves, and whatnot, that'll make it so your Team Smart Command 9 will have more opportunities to activate. So, very, very good, honestly, right? Every time you get to use these X Special Defense Alls and your trainer move, it's just buffing ally special moves next, using Starry Draining Kisses, stealing stats and whatnot, and you're also, of course, lowering defense with Mind Games 9, special defense, sorry. Awesome. I love this character's kit a lot. We go to Buddy Draining Kiss Master Healer 1, just makes it so she heals more, but that's still good. Team Fist Bump 3, 40% chance to restore HP of all allies when the user's attack move is successful. And of course, you could want to use the attacking move, Draining Kiss, because she's got the Mind Games 9. So that's good. Honestly, this character you can do pretty much anything with and you'll get a good result. You want to go for Disarming Voice for Fairy rebuff? Well, you also get special defense drops. You want to go for your trainer move, like X Special Defense All and VV Power? Well, you're also getting special moves next with it, right? So, using all of her abilities is just good. They all work really well, so it's very, very nice. Though, of course, you're not able to pick up everything, right? So, most of the abilities are kind of going to have to just sacrifice. I would say the Shielded is not really necessary. I would say Satisfied Snicker, depending on what you're fighting, is not really necessary. Revenge boost, that's fine. You can get rid of this, I guess. Sure. This is a solid enough grid. This isn't really anything crazy, but this is like healing plus propulsion plus sync burst. Of course, it just depends on what you're doing. If you need special attack debuffs, go ahead, pick up Satisfied Snicker, right? You can sacrifice Team Fist Bump and Master Healer. You don't really need them. That's fine. Maybe you want to go for Team Sharp Entry 1 because you don't want to go for the sync move. That much is also fair, right? You can just, there you go, pick it up. It's really just up to what you want to do and how you want to run Penny on what her grid could be, but she's got a lot she can do. Special attack debuffs for activating Devastation or those type of multipliers, right? Or just lowering special attack is really good. Being able to buff defenses a little bit is solid mostly in a gauntlet scenario. Not really something you would really care to use much in a stadium or any shorter battle. This is just for longevity and, again, a gauntlet scenario. Especially with her healing as well. Trainer with Propulsion, this could be very, very good if you give her Head Start 1 as a lucky skill and then combine her with other sync acceleration characters. You can get a lot of sync moves off pretty quickly. Just sync ramping again, just a generally good strategy overall. Sync Burst 1 again, yeah, very good just for getting the NPR, free NPR, by the way, on your trainer moves, Special Defense All, and Starry Draining Kiss, so you get extra healing, extra special moves next, whatever else, right? It's all these abilities are very, very good. And 4 to 5, looking at her, she's got Unfortuitous, being able to debuff any stat at random, and of course being AoE with Disarming Voice. That's also very good. Trainer move Crit Defense 9, applying critical hit defense to the ally field of play. Solid if you're not going to go for Vigilance as a lucky skill, but I probably wouldn't pick it up. But in Fortuitous, it could be good, but of course it's random debuffs, so you gotta focus on that. 5 out of 5, Trainer move Team Brain Gain 9, even more special moves next. Combine that with the fact she's already getting it here. That'd be +2 special moves next for using the Trainer move. Not bad, right? Especially combine that with Sync Burst 1, and that's 2 opportunities. And then on her biggest ability, this is why she's gotten the Striker role, Brain Power Nuke. First sync move on opponent, Fairy Rebuff down. Lowering enemies Fairy Rebuff by 1 when her sync move targeting that opponent is successful. So that's the only reason she has the Striker EX role, is so that she can do AoE Striker Rebuff, Fairy Rebuff, sorry. So that's it. That's literally it. I wouldn't go for it because that extra 20% damage for fairies is not going to really be worth the candies, but of course it's a good node, right? This, as well as Tournament Team Brain Gain 9, are good nodes. It's just really up to you if you really want to candy her to 5 out of 5 and 4 out of 5, you know, right? So that's up to you. If she's your favorite character or you just really like the ability, go for it. Have fun. Have a blast. I can't really I can't force you to do anything you don't want to do or whatever else. So go for it. May as well. So good nodes for sure. But personally, I'd say a lot of her abilities are just good at 3 out of 5. Even just at 1 out of 5, Penny's a really good support. You don't need dupes for Penny to be really strong. The Smart Command, the Mind Games, the Fairy Rebuff, -1 at least. Special Defense All, Trainer Move, Starry Draining Kiss. All of these are just pretty solid abilities that work well together to make a very good functioning special support. I would say 3 out of 5 is valuable as well for the Sync Burst, Trainer Move, Propulsion, more so than anything else. I just like these abilities. The Sync Burst for more special moves next and whatnot is just very, very good. And of course, it also applies extra NPR to your Starry Draining Kiss, so that's extra healing, extra stat stealing, and whatever else, right? So it's very, very good. Other than that, yeah, I'd say that's about it. That's the overview for Penny and Sylveon. Let me know what you think about her down in the comments below. I think she's a great support. I don't want to say she's a top tier support, but I would say she's definitely up there, right? Like, if you have your S-class supports, I would put her in a solid A. Definitely very, very strong for sure. You could probably make an argument for putting her in S as well. It's just the fact that she doesn't really set a terrain, but she does set rebuff, right? So you could put her probably up in like an S-tier support type category. I wouldn't blame you. She's definitely strong. So yeah, if you're someone who's just a natural player, have fun going for Penny if you choose to. If you are a newer player or returning player, Penny is definitely a nice character to go for to get you, up to speed, get a good box, etc., right? Especially combining her with Roxy, they could be pretty good together for the special defense debuffs and all that type of stuff. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll see you all later. I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you think about Penny and Sylveon down in the comments below, and I'll see you all later.